Hi, my name is Jackie Lee Price and welcome to Shadowboxruk. Today's guest is the newly crowned WBC International Super Bantamweight Champion, Chris Bourke. So how are you doing, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Just relaxing now that the fight's done and seeing friends and family.
You have not stopped smiling.
Yeah, no, I'm over the moon.
WBC International Super Bantamweight title. Wow. Talk to me about, now was it Friday or Saturday night? Saturday night. Talk to me about Saturday night, because one of the things that I have noticed, I knew it was going to be a technical, delicious bout. Talk to me about Saturday night, how you thought you were.
Yeah, I knew going into the fight that Michael was a very experienced fighter. He's been in with a lot of people, I think a few world champions, and he's only ever been stopped once. So I was expecting a long, hard fight. But the first round, I think we was both sort of doing the same thing, trying to feel each other out, measure our jabs. And in the second round, my corner wanted me to be a little bit busier and go to the head and body. And then I threw a jab to the body, I feinted it, and then I came up with a big left hook and it caught him.
Firstly, I knew it was going to be just such a technical bout. And what was lovely to see was you two kind of testing each other out on Saturday night. Like you say, I was very, very surprised that the stoppage came as quickly as it did.
Yeah, no, me too. You know, I think you can see how fast I run to the neutral corner when he drops. I'm literally sprinting. Yeah.
And like you said, a worthy opponent. What is lovely is that you've kind of taken it that old school way. So your last fight, wasn't it, Southern area? Now we've gone for an international. What comes next?
I'll leave that to my team, but realistically, I feel like the British could be next now.
I wanted to ask you something, because you've come through the whole the GB setup. Do you think that when it comes down to it, push comes to shove, when it comes to kind of the belt level, this is where you guys that have had that really good amateur experience basically are just that little bit, you edge your opponents that haven't had that level of experience?
Yeah, I think it definitely plays a part, you know, especially with someone even like Michael Ramabeletsa, where he's so experienced as a pro. It helped to be quite an experienced amateur to be able to fall back on that and not feel too much pressure. But yeah, I mean, you get a lot of really good amateurs that don't make pros, but obviously the more experienced an amateur you are, you learn a lot of things, and it'll play a part at some point in the pro game. So yeah, it's definitely an advantage.
Yeah, the only reason why I say that is because I'm noticing quite a lot that when push comes to shove and things are quite 50-50. So I'll use for an example, Saturday night, we had Yardy against, forgotten his name, that's really bad. Lyndon Arthur, who came from the amateur scene and, you know, just picked Yardy. What did you think about that fight?
Yeah, I mean, everyone knew Lyndon's got a really good jab, and the thing is, it was whoever could use their own game plan, and Lyndon was the one who got in there and was able to do it. His jab's got better and better thanks to his amateur career. It's helped him. He's obviously had to use it a lot in the amateurs, and he's boxed at a high level of fighters internationally. So, you know, when you're fighting high-level fighters, if you throw a sloppy jab, you're gonna get countered and hurt. So he's obviously learned to perfect it.
I have to say, what I liked about what you were doing on Saturday night, it's just like that old school waiting, hit and not be hit. That old school, I say old school because sometimes people concentrate too much on the actual hitting. What was beautiful about you on Saturday, although it was very brief, you did look tremendous. You really did.
Yes, thank you.
You go very much under the radar, don't you, I think, a little bit at Peacock Gym?
Yeah, I feel like my name's starting to get more and more out there now, though. And, you know, this fight's only going to boost it again. I think that knockout's got quite a few people talking because, you know, I had a really good knockout against Louis Norman. unfortunately it wasn't televised, but it still got quite a lot of views. And I got a really good knockout on Saturday, and it was televised, so it's all good.
It was one of those that you kind of think, oh man, I have to run it back. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, let me just have a little look at it. And I had another look this morning. It was beautiful, clean, crisp.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm guessing there's more of that to come.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I do feel I've got so much power for my weight, and it's going to play a big part.
Yeah. Do you know what I did like as well? It didn't seem like anything was forced. Everything just came. Would I be correct in thinking that?
Yeah. It's you drill so many things in training. When you get in there, you're not really. It just all flows, and you just see a chance and you take it.
Nice. So come on, who was the first person that you rang up once you got back to the changing room to say, listen, I did it, we did it?
Yeah, my mum and dad, I think, I can't remember which one I rang first, but it was one of them. Yeah, just...
So obviously they weren't able to come down. Who came actually to the church house? Who came there?
My teammate Louis was there.
Okay.
Yeah, he was able to get in, and quite a lot of my coaches and stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful. So what have you got basically going to be happening between now and Christmas? Just chilling out?
Yeah, I'm not going to go mental. I'd go for a few runs and stuff and keep myself relatively fit, but I'm just going to relax and enjoy some food and seeing friends and family. Because, when you're training, you miss out on all of that. You can't go out and see people really, especially with the pandemic. So it'd be nice to catch up with people and see people.
Yeah, because I'm guessing you guys, it's even more important that you kind of keep yourselves to yourselves, because quite a lot of people obviously testing positive and they've trained forever and then missing out on opportunities, aren't they?
Yeah, well, it happened to us the first time round. We was meant to fight, and then Michael's coach failed the tests, so it was a big bummer. But luckily, Frank and my manager was able to get it on before Christmas.
Yeah. So I've got to ask you, today it's been announced. I can't even get the words out. It's hurting me that much. So I've heard that Mayweather has got a new opponent.
Yeah, I've seen that. I see that today as well. It's frustrating, because a lot of fighters, they work so hard and they never get that opportunity. But it's all about money, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Has let's say your respect for him just waned very slightly?
Yeah, slightly, but it's difficult. He's a businessman and he's got a lot of money, and this fight's only about money, and he's going to make a lot of it. So you kind of can't blame him, but it's not a good look for boxing either.
This is the thing, joking aside, a friend of mine who is an ex-boxer, an ex-amateur and pro, was like, boxing's done. Just off the back of that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it just means like anyone who's got a big following or is a superstar can pretty much step in the ring, which you can't do that with boxing. It's a lot of dedication and a skillful art. So
let's talk about you again. Listen, let me have a look at the belt, won by a legitimate boxer.
Yeah,
come on. Oh.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous. Do you know what I'd really like to do right now? Just lick the screen.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've let it down since I've got it. I've been bringing it everywhere with
me. Brilliant. I love to see people like yourself just taking the time and just, getting it all in the bag, one step at a time. Yeah, man. I'm really... Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. Daniel Dubois, have you seen him?
I haven't seen him, but I've heard he's recovering well, and slowly getting better. Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously on Saturday it came out. I'm kind of glad they did that. It came out that he has had a really serious injury. I'm guessing there was no doubt from you guys at the Peacock.
No, of course, Daniel. Anyone that knows Daniel knows he lives all he lives, sleeps, dreams about is boxing. So for him to take a knee shows you something was seriously wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I think it kind of reminds us, you know, we love boxing, but it's not the be all and end all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes the fans are just expecting us to go in there and, you know, die in the ring if that's what needs be. You know, Dan's a really young fighter, and if he carried on, he could have been blind in one eye, and people have to realise that.
I think the difficult thing is, Chris, as well, is that people, as in fighters, they go, oh, you know, I'll die in the ring. And some may mean that. But I think a lot of it is just talk. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that people in the industry are slightly to blame for that as well. Do you not think?
It's difficult, you know. It's easy to say it, but it's another thing to do it. So who knows? It's just it's one of them. It's just a bit of a bad thing to say, really, that he quit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I always say it, but I like to see good quality boxing. If a KO comes, it comes. And of course it did for you on Saturday night, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, if there's a KO, it's always better for me.
Yeah. Listen, I'm really grateful for you coming on. I really wish you all the best in the future. Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers.
If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber of Shadowboxruk UK, we'd love to see you, so please go ahead and subscribe now.